Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmuhu. Regarding what we repeat constantly, what we register in our mind, slowly enters into our awareness or consciousness, our individual consciousness, and it becomes a reality because we are the Chaitanya. We are the consciousness. What remains in the consciousness lasts for long, long period of many, many births sometimes. Suppose I think myself of a sinner, go on telling I am sinner, sinner, sinner. The awareness, it becomes a part of my awareness. And I am what my awareness is. Just like we are aware of our manhood or womanhood, which can never be erased, even dreams and sleeps, we are aware of that awareness is what is making me. Suppose I can replace my awareness of being a man, replace it by the self. I am Atman, I am Atman. Slowly, my bodily existence slowly, gradually tapers down, and my spiritual existence starts shining forth little by little, like rising sun. So this transformation we have to undergo. And it lasts, it doesn't go away. Anything I think in mind, in no time it disappears. Maximum period a grief or a serious thought can remain in our mind is 12 days. The 12 days we usually observe for after the death of some people as purificatory period. 12 days. That is the highest grief. My own people are dead or something, and it tapers down within 12 days. Maximum is the maximum period the mind can retain. A grief, you can imagine other thoughts, they appear and disappear. But not when it enters into prajna, awareness. When it becomes a part of awareness, it continues through the lives. When we joined Mutt during our brahmacharya period, the senior Swami was guiding us, told us, it's better you don't see your face anymore in a mirror. Think yourself to be an angel, a beautiful, divine being. And for years and years, we have never seen our face again in mirror. Even shaving, this, that, everything happened without a mirror. Head shaving also we do without a mirror. So that we forget our bodily existence slowly, and divine awareness of being a goddess or a god or an angel remains in our awareness. This transformation we have to undergo to overcome our manlyhood or womanlyhood, and to think of myself as a sinner. This concept is not there in our Hinduism. We have come from the divine. So many dirt might have accumulated on our system, which can be washed away. There can be impurities absorbed within, still they can be washed away. Divine remains divine, like gold. Gold fallen in cow dung or mud doesn't matter. It remains gold alone. When you see, you will not see the gold at all. You see the dung or mud. Wash it off. You get back the same gold. Gold doesn't get stained. It remains the gold. Wherever it is that gold. So that is what we are in need of. So awareness, when anything enters in awareness, you see, even to think that life doesn't exist after this life, this is my last life, or the other religions, many of the other religions, we have the concept of one birth, one life. After that, it ends. And again, on doomsday we will be called, we will be awakened. This concept, becomes a part of my awareness. Then after my death, nature wants me to take birth also. My awareness doesn't allow. My awareness continues with, doomsday has to come. Doomsday has to come. It may take millions of years for doomsday to come, when the pralaya takes place. And till that, the soul has to wait. Nature would have given a new birth, a wrong awareness in the mind. This has to be. Life continues after death. We are putting on a body, throwing it away, and going ahead. Every life we are renewing our bodily existence. Even if a single desire remains within, or a karmic load remains within, then it's a force working. After my death, it cannot remain without a body. It has to acquire a body. Just because of that one desire. It's a force which will not allow to go in any other way than to have a body and exhaust that force. This quenching of all forces within is called nirvana, putting off. Nirvana means putting off. Lamp we put off. It's called nirvana. So all the forces working is destroyed. Then the jiva finds when all forces, what I am really remains independent of body, the existence. So this awareness makes everything possible, and it is almost like a reality for the soul. So what it deposits, what it registers, becomes real. That's why Sri Ramakrishna wants that to think yourself to be a divine child of God. Think of yourself as divine. Think of yourself as Atman. One who goes on telling that I am so, he will verily become. Today one person was telling me, suppose I go on repeating, thinking seriously, it becomes a part of my existence, as if that this is my last birth. I am going to be released forever, never to be again captured in the network of Maya or network of this world, of nature. What happens? Will I be really released? Yes, you will be really released. because that is the awareness. That is the awareness the Hindu religion wants everyone to cultivate, the thought of divine, thought of God. And here we see the thought of God is always in the background of the absolute, unchanging, eternal reality. It is because I am not able to grasp or perceive the beyond, because of the limitations of body and mind, which is within the realm of relative existence, governed by time and space. I cannot stretch myself beyond the time and space, so I cannot know what reality is, what God is. So, God is eternal. The main definition of God in Hinduism is what is unlimited. Any kind of limitation, even a single limitation is there, He cannot be God. He is not limited by time, He is not limited by power. I am limited by time. I was not there earlier, I am not going to be there after. So, I am limited by time, I am limited by space, I am here, I am not there. God is not limited by space. He is all-pervading. In Him, the universes appear and disappear. He pervades everything. There is no place where He is not. So, He is not limited by power. I can lift only 20 kilos. I cannot lift more. But God doesn't have this limitation. He can lift or pretend to be not able to lift. It is His will. He is all capable. He can do and undo things, but we can't. So He is not limited by power. He is not limited by form also. He can take any form. I am limited by this form. I cannot be going all of a sudden a cat and move about here. But God can, because He is not limited by any moment, any form, anywhere He can take. Because He is what exists. So, that which is not limited by anything, we call God. So, we see God in the background, any form, thousands of forms suitable to our understanding, our capability, our likings, and all we select a standard. This standard is decided by the nature of humans. So this standard is like a standard plug to which I can plug myself. So Shiva, Ganesha, so many deities, Rama, Krishna and all this. I can plug to anything, but everything is seen in the background of. It's like an ocean, number of waves. One wave is Rama, one wave is Krishna, one wave is Christ. So whatever form I want to see, I can see in it. And form appears and disappears in the same. A wave appears and disappears. The unchanging, eternal reality, the ocean, which is unchanging, is Brahman, the absolute existence, the God impersonal of the Hindus. And then the waves are there. Behind every wave, the same ocean is there. Behind Rama also the same ocean. There cannot be a wave without that ocean. Ocean must be there, a wave. I cannot separate it from the ocean also. The moment I separate a wave from the ocean, it becomes water in the pot. So it is no more wave. Wave cannot be separated. The form cannot be separated. The form that I see cannot be separated from the absolute existence. unchanging, eternal reality. This is ever changing. Form and the universe is constantly changing flux. And whatever, whether you dive in Rama wave or Krishna wave, you are going to enter the same ocean of Satchidananda. So this understanding of God becomes essential for us. The awarenesses, I was speaking of awarenesses. Once we hold on to a form and awareness and offer ourselves to that, it is every deity that we worship is a manifestation of the unchanging eternal reality. This has been taught to every Hindu child from the beginning. He is the ultimate, he is the ultimate, he is the Rama, Rama is the ultimate, Krishna, Krishna is the ultimate. In the background of the ultimate, unchanging reality, we are seeing in the formless, we are seeing the form. And through the form, we go to the formless. It's like a huge open place and a wall is separating us. Sri Ramakrishna used to tell about a wall and a small hole in it through which you can see the other side. And the other side becomes limited because its hole is limited. But you can see this hole through which you can see the other side, understand the other side. Oh, something like this is there, maybe much vaster. Small taste of joy, that fragrance, he is enjoying through that hole. And that hole, Sri Ramakrishna says, is the avatara, incarnation of God. Through the form, suppose I meditate on Sri Ramakrishna, I meditate on him as the Absolute. Suppose I meditate on Krishna, I meditate as the Absolute. The Satchidananda is appearing to me, has come to me, I am approaching it in and through that form. Just like I am speaking on video through a object, the mobile, telephone, the cell phone. I am seeing, it's only a media through which the forms in Hinduism are media through which I am conveying to the Absolute. I am perceiving that Absolute. Slowly the form takes me. I hold on to the form, which is manifestation of the impersonal. I am holding on to the personal because the impersonal is inaccessible. And slowly that form takes me to the formless. So this movement from the form to the formless happens in my awareness. In awareness, I hold on to God. I hold on to everything. The divine, I being divine and God being divine, I being a part and He being whole, I can merge in that whole and get rid of my part. So the concept of God is eternal, unchanging reality, and all other manifestations, though changing, are the supports to take, are bridges that take us to the other side. So Sri Ramakrishna says here, one should have, he who says day and night, I am sinner, verily becomes a sinner. One should have such a burning faith in God that one can say, what? I have repeated the name of God. Can sin still cling to me? How can I be a sinner anymore? How can I be in bondage anymore? one should have such a burning faith in God that we can say, in God. What is this God? What God do we mean? Here, whenever in Hinduism, anywhere, the term God is, I have touched God, I have seen God. One can say, what? I have repeated the name of God. Can sin still cling to me? I have repeated the name of God. What is this God? Is where duality cannot exist. Where dirt cannot exist. Where anything other than divine cannot exist. I am thinking of that. I am charged with it. Just like a copper vessel is there, and you touch it, play with it, nothing happens. But if it is connected to a power, the moment you touch it, you will know what it is. So you will be electrified. Similarly, awareness, when you repeat the name of God, I have repeated the name of God. Can there be sin? I am touching, I am holding on to the divine, and the divine has entered my awareness to awaken the divinity within me. It pervades my whole being. Just like the gold which had fallen in the dung or mud is kept in water, flowing water. Can dirt be there? It is flowing water. The dirt goes off. It remains nirmala, it comes back to its original state. So when I am pure divine being, I am Chaitanya Swarupa, how can there be any dirt in me? Jyotiraham viraja vipapma bhuyasam. I am Jyoti Swarupa, I am light. How can darkness be there in light? How can sin be there in divine? I am repeating the name of the divine. The divine is becoming the part of my awareness. And awareness is what I am. I am divine. How anymore can dirt be there, sin be there? This is how we feel. We must always be clear that the God, I think of God, I repeat the name of God, divine, spirit, spirit and matter. Matter can acquire samskaras. Matter can acquire tendencies. Wow. It can acquire dirt. But absolute cannot acquire dirt. Divine cannot acquire dirt. I am thinking of divine. I am holding to, I am charged by divine. Like the electrification. I am charged by divine. So, accept divine. Where there is divine, where there is light, there cannot be darkness. Where there is divine, there cannot be worldly things. Not only that sin cannot be there, virtue also cannot be there. Merit and demerit both cannot be there. Sin and merit. That is papa punya. Papa is not there means punya also is not there. Punya is equally responsible for the rebirth. Maybe that you will be enjoying the world sitting in an AC car or AC room. But birth, transformation, diseases, old age, everything you have to face, pass through. Nothing can be avoided, especially school days and college days. You have to pass through. Rebirth means. Because of punya, even if you have got, the parents will be forcing, You have to get 95%. Most tragic time of life. One side mind drags for enjoyments, other forces for taking marks. So here we see what is awareness. When I say I think of God, it is pure divine spirit, independent of matter. Matter can acquire samskara, vasanas, tendencies. Divine cannot. Spirit cannot. I am thinking of God, what is spirit, and acquiring the spiritual awareness. I become aware of my spirit. Just like any bad thought comes, the whole body and mind gets pervaded by that thought. Suppose you get angry, every bit of you, every cell gets charged with that anger. Like that, thinking of divine, every cell gets charged by the divinity. And where there can be sin or virtue, nothing remains. Only pure Ananda Swarupa. How can I be sinner anymore? Just remember, whenever this thing comes, light, can darkness remain in light? Then immediately you will understand what Ramakrishna is telling. Otherwise, the concept of God is still not clear to our minds. We are not able to differentiate or distinguish between the spirit and matter. In our bodily existence, spirit and matter are mixed up. Satyanritam mithuni kritya lokoyam vyavaharaha. Satya and asatya have become one, and the duality is manifesting life. The Chaitanya and Jada have become one. So it's difficult for us to differentiate between the Jada and Chaitanya. So we don't understand exactly what God means. So a vague understanding, not clear, hazy understanding. We have to go to the clear understanding of it. Then we will see, I am thinking of God, I am repeating the name of God. Means how deep it is. Say but once, O Lord, I have undoubtedly done wicked things, but I won't repeat them, and have faith in His name. Have faith in His name. Tell, oh, I have done so many things, doesn't matter. I will not do it anymore. Oh Lord, I have undoubtedly done wicked things, but I won't repeat them. That awareness, that caution, that lock I am putting on myself, I should not do it again. I will not be doing it again. But there will be many falls, especially certain deep desires drive the man, and nature's drives also drive man and make him again and again. But each fall will be a foundation stone for the firm edifice you are building. Hundreds of falls you will have, but each next fall period, it will be less in intensity. Intensity goes on, interest goes on decreasing for enjoyments. And then slowly, as the spiritual awareness awakens, the desire for enjoyment turns into sacrifice and love. Love and sacrifice. This is the essence of divine existence. I am divine, What will be the resultant? I sacrifice myself. Everywhere there is sacrifice. No swartha at all. Parartha, parartha, parartha. And for God. So when this comes, we know that divinity is manifesting within. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.